This is Insta360's newest camera, the Go 2, and today I'm doing a side-by-side comparison between the Insta360 Go 2 and the GoPro Hero 9. I'm going to start off with an image stabilization test, then I'm going to just look at overall image quality, and then I'll finish out this video with a low light comparison. For this first test, I'm going to have horizon leveling turned on both cameras, which is the maximum amount of image stabilization, and I'll tell you which camera is which in a second, but first I thought it'd be fun if you guys tried to guess, so leave a comment below whether you think the Insta360 is the video you're seeing on the left or on the right. Now, I am shaking the cameras around a whole bunch in this test just so we can kind of push things to the extreme and really see the difference in image stabilization. So if you were to film this shot, you could make either one of the cameras look super steady, just trying to hold the cameras more steady as you ran. But yeah, I'm just shaking these around a bunch so that we can really tell the difference in image stabilization. And now for the big reveal, we have the Insta360 over here on the left. So the Go 2 actually has better image stabilization than the GoPro Hero 9, so I am really impressed with that. The footage you just saw was not using the max lens mod on the GoPro. For an extra $100, you can buy this lens attachment that goes on the GoPro and widens out its field of view when it has horizon leveling on, and the wider the field of view, naturally the more stable the footage is going to look. But I think the comparison I just did is still a fair comparison because it shows what these cameras are capable of just straight out of the box without spending a bunch of extra money on accessories. So that's why I'm showing this, not using the max lens mod on the GoPro. I'm going to do another stabilization comparison, and this time I'm going to turn off horizon leveling. When we do that, we can now be shooting at 4K 60 frames per second on the GoPro and 2K 60 frames per second on the Go 2. Let's see what that looks like. Now they're looking pretty similar. The GoPro I think is slightly better, but not much. We're definitely not seeing as big of a difference here as we saw with the first test with horizon leveling turned on.
Oh man, it's so cold out here. It's like 6 degrees or something. Whew.
If you guys are trying to choose which one of these cameras to buy, I think image stabilization isn't going to be a deciding factor because both of them are absolutely incredible. Here's just some more side-by-side footage, and I've thrown a third camera in the mix up here at the top. This camera doesn't have any stabilization turned on, so you can just really appreciate how incredible both the GoPro Hero 9 and the Insta360 Go 2 are at doing image stabilization. Now I'm going to move on to just looking at the overall image quality of these two cameras. Now the Insta360 Go 2 maxes out at 2K resolution, 30 frames per second, whereas the GoPro Hero 9 goes all the way up to 5K resolution at 30 frames per second. Though hopefully most of you know that image quality isn't merely based on how many megapixels the camera is. The stuff that's really important is stuff like color science and is there any ISO noise or artifacts happening in the video. That kind of stuff really affects the overall image quality more than the resolution. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at some of this footage. Here's off of the GoPro Hero 9, and this is with everything maxed out at 5K resolution, 30 frames per second, but no horizon leveling. And now switching over to the Insta360 Go 2 at 2K resolution, 30 frames per second, and it does have horizon leveling as an option with all of its maximum settings turned up here. So I actually like the color of the Insta360 better. It's a little bit more true to real life. The GoPro just looks really blue, though that could be pretty easily fixed in post. I'm not seeing any more artifacting or ISO noise happening with the Go 2. Now it will be interesting to see how the Go 2 holds up in a low light scenario.
All right, the sun is just going down now, so I'm gonna do a little low light comparison. And here's the extreme low light test. It is completely dark outside. I'm just standing under the porch light on my house, and I'm gonna just start backing away from the light. Okay, I doubt either of the cameras are really seeing me at this point, but look back at the tiny house.
Wow, so the Insta360 is actually way brighter. I gotta get a closer look at this. Let's blow it up bigger. So here's the GoPro, and then here's the Insta360. It's way brighter. It might be a little bit more grainy, but let me do a quick experiment here and digitally brighten up the GoPro to match with the Insta360. Yeah, now it looks just as grainy. So if they were both shooting at the same brightness, they're pretty much performing identically. Alright guys, if you're looking to buy a new action camera, link to both of these in the description below. If you want to learn more about the Go 2, check out this video right up here, and I will see you guys next time.